He wore a top hat, spoke like it was the 1800s, and had no idea what a car was. Yet, somehow, he appeared in the middle of a quiet town in 2020. No one saw him arrive. No one knew his name. But when they finally found it, it matched the grave of a man buried 150 years ago. That's when the whispers began. That's when people started vanishing. And that's when the town realized he hadn't come alone. What you're about to hear is not a legend. It's what happens when time, death, and something far older decide to break the rules. He stood at the edge of the road, barefoot, dressed like he stepped out of a painting. Frock coat, high-waisted trousers, a top hat shadowing his face. No one saw where he came from. No car, no footprints. Just there, in White Hollow, June 2020. People thought he was part of a film, but there was no crew, no set, just him. He didn't speak. He wandered like he was searching for something, or someone. He stared at cars, touched streetlights, studied phones with eerie fascination. When asked his name, he answered, Elias Harrow. The name rang no bells until the town historian looked it up. Elias Harrow, born 1823, died 1877, buried right there in White Hollow Cemetery. His grave was sealed, untouched. So, who was the man walking around wearing the dead man's name? They say his eyes were wrong, too dark, too still. One woman swore they didn't reflect light. A teen followed him with a camera. The footage was glitchy, unstable. Then, the kid vanished. Gone without a trace. Only the camera remained, cracked lens and a whisper on the last frame. I remember. Elias began to speak more. His story didn't make sense, unless you believed in things that weren't supposed to exist. In 1857, after losing his wife, Elias went into the woods behind town. He found a stone altar, not built by settlers. He begged to see her again. Something answered. It didn't speak. It gave him a date, June 3rd, 2020. Then silence. Elias died weeks later, or so history said. But now, in 2020, here he was, unaged. Like time had folded for him. Soon, animals vanished. Pets dragged from yards. Birds left in impossible shapes. Something was feeding, and Elias never blinked. He didn't sleep. He didn't eat. He just wandered, watching, waiting. Then came the red sky. For 1 hour, the clouds turned blood. Phones died. Lights went out. Time seemed frozen. Shadows moved, like they didn't belong to this world. Elias disappeared for 3 days. When he returned, every mirror in town shattered. And in the shards, people saw him, but not quite him. Something taller. Wrong. Eyes like black holes. A grin carved into his face like a mask. One nurse said she recognized him from dreams she'd had as a child. Same face, same clothes, standing at the foot of her bed. But that was long before she moved to White Hollow. Others came forward. Same dream, same man. Always at 3:03 a.m. Authorities tried to arrest him. He never resisted, but he always vanished. From locked cells, from transport trucks, and always reappeared under the old elm by the church, his wife's grave. Then came the journal, found in an attic. Written by Elias, it spoke of the being he met in the woods. He called it the mouth without a voice. It offered eternity, but never said how. Elias wasn't a time traveler. He was a vessel, a doorway, a lens for something that wanted to study us, learn us, become us. The deal was still unfolding. The town emptied fast. Those who stayed either vanished or lost their minds. And Elias? He's still there, walking White Hollow, waiting for someone to see him, to dream of him, to remember. That's how it begins. You see him once, a reflection, a face in a crowd, a dream you can't explain. Then he comes, not right away, not even soon, but eventually, at 3:03 a.m., at the edge of your bed, watching. And when he does, don't blink. Don't speak, and whatever you do, don't remember his name.